Sonny, the reason why you're here is that because I'm doing a social experiment about happiness and positivity to see how happy people are. Nowadays, people don't pay much attention to mental health, right? But for me, it is as important as our physical health, right? That is the reason why I'm doing this social experiment to see how happy people are and also to collect some of the useful messages. So that's why you're here today with me. And thank you so much for joining me, actually.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this campaign.
It is
Thank you very much.
honor. So for sure, at first, I would love to learn more about you. Please quickly introduce yourself, something interesting about you.
Hello everyone. Hello, Mr. Tommy. My name is Sơn. It's my Vietnamese name. And my English name is Sonny. I'm 23 years old and I'm currently working as an English teacher at Tommy English. Honestly, it's been such a great, wonderful, exciting and valuable experience for me to work here since I got a lot of chances to meet many people from the young to the old, and I can also impart my understandings as well as my passion for English to many people who also love English. And outside of work, I love playing badminton, and I'm also interested in watching movies, listening to music, all those sort of things. Friends and family usually say that I am quite calm, modest, and also a generous person. And yeah, that's a bit about me. Again, thank you very much for having me here, and I believe that this interview would be another memorable milestone in my English teaching journey at Tommy English.
I really appreciate that. What I learned from your sharing is that people around you say that you are a calm person. I can see that from watching all of your recordings. Since the first time that we met, also during the interview, I can see you're a pretty calm one. So your personality is shaped by your experience or something else, like you have gone through something else that make you a calm person. Share with us more about your personality.
Well, I think my personality is affected pretty much by, the person who raised me and the environment that I have been nurtured and raised. Because I think that somehow it's also the personality of my dad. He's also a quite calm, a quite modest, and a quite, we can say a laid back person sometimes. He's quite, you can say, a chill guy, And I think I inherit that from my dad.
All right.
Mostly.
From the central Vietnam, I can see the common personality of people here, right? Wow, okay. So I'm so happy and I'm so excited that you're enjoying the journey at Tommy English here being a coach. I would love to go deeper right here. What is your favorite part of being a teacher here? And what is your most challenging part being a teacher, being a coach here at Tommy English?
Frankly speaking, because English is also one of my hobbies, I consider English not just a language, not just merely a language, but it's also a tool for me to discover the outer world and to broaden my knowledge. So I would be very happy to be able to share this mindset with other people, especially the ones who are struggling, who are fighting in learning English. And that's what I find interested in, be able to share. And because I'm not a talkative person, so the challenge for me most of the time would be try to be more, talkative, try to be more engaging in the conversation with the learners, especially the quiet one. It's quite hard for me.
How did you overcome the challenge part, which is, approaching students at first?
I took the advantage of the videos, of the recording videos from Tommy English YouTube channel.
Okay.
I rewatch a lot of videos from other coaches at Tommy English to figure out, to find out their ways of, approach their students, to interact with their students, and to be more creative in lesson plan or activities, things like that. Yeah, that's my main way of solving this problem.
That's nice. I mean, not so many people can also do the reflection. That is the cycle of a job. At first, people are excited because everything is new. Then they put a lot of time and effort. But then after the time, I would say they are content with the performance. So they are afraid to change, to improve themselves, because change is scary. You may take a lot of time to try the new method, to apply the new games or activities, things like that. But then it's important to keep yourself updated with the new things, the new techniques. I've read this one before from the book, like, no matter how potential or interesting you are, if you are not changing, you will fall behind. That is the great mindset, right? So you're having that mindset, right? So keep doing your great work, keep learning from other people, keep updating yourself. And the mindset of teaching, I can say it resonates a lot with our mission to awaken the love of English, right? That is something that I had when I first started my business. I consider English is not a language. It's not a subject that you can like get a high score or get a certification and then that's done. No, you gotta see English is something that you like. I mean, like, that's your daily routine, right? That is the reason why the mission of Tom English is to awaken the love of English among Vietnamese people, to help people fall in love with the language. Because like, when we like something, then we can do it more effectively. You agree? It's just like the same with
totally
teaching. Yeah. Right. So let's just move to the main topic today, happiness. So first question for you, what makes you happy today first?
There have been nothing special apart from this interview. So I think talking with you is the happiest thing that I have had today.
It's my happiness to see you also today, right? So how do you define happiness, Sonny?
I think that happiness can come from a variety of sources or moments. They can be little things or mediocre things, like getting a good sleep throughout the night, or starting a day with a delicious and satisfying breakfast, or just as simple as being able to play an intense and exciting badminton match, which is my favorite sport. On the other hand, I think happiness could be found in bigger things, in more significant achievements, like helping my students achieving the goals in English, or smashing through my work tasks with good performance, with good results, or can complete, or when I can reach my personal goals, usually bring me happiness. But at the end of the day, I think that no matter in what way I achieve happiness, it all boils down to a few key things that they share in common. Like they offer positive value, right? Not just for me, but also for other people's interests. And they stay true to who I am, to my personality. They reflect my characters and my aspirations. So I think that's the way that makes those moments truly rewarding, fulfilling, and can bring me happiness.
All right. I like your definition of happiness. I like the way you separate happiness into two different parts, which are small things and like big achievements. Right?
Yeah,
so let's just go deeper right here. What do you think about this? Should people focus more on achieving big things in life, like milestone achievements in life, or should they be more present and appreciate the small little things in our life?
Personally, I think that these two concepts are connectedly quite deeply: big achievements and small hobbies, small little things, because you can imagine that big achievement is like a big picture for you to pursue and to follow. And on the path to follow that goal, right, you have to stop somewhere to relax, to refuel your energy. And that's where the small hobbies, the little things that I mentioned, can recharge your battery, can refresh your motivation to keep walking further to the bigger achievements. So I think that they are connected very deeply, and they are constrained to each other in some ways. So my advice would be strike a balance between these two subjects of achievements.
Okay. So I would say having a plan is good. You gotta plan your life, because life is just like a suitcase. When you just throw everything in, then you cannot bring much when you go travel. But then if you plan things out, organize things carefully, neatly, you'll be able to fit more in your suitcase. So planning itself is beautiful. But
right.
then from what you have just shared, you have to know where to stop and reflect on what we have done, how much and how far we have come, so that we can also appreciate our effort and achievements, not just like keep running, keep chasing, and then one day we start realize that, oh, we forgot a lot of things, right? Those small little things are important, but why we keep running and chasing for more while we should be, more present.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, right. So reflection is important. Let's talk about this one. Do you have the habit of reflecting on yourself?
Yeah, of course. I think that reflecting is the key factor if you want to improve yourself. I usually reflecting after I receive my result or after I getting comments from other people. It would be more objective to improve yourself in that way, because you cannot always see your flaws, you cannot always point out your mistakes. So I think that good reflection would have to be the combination of my own reflection and other people's opinions about myself.
All right. I love this one. When was the last time that you received the feedback from other people? And what was that about?
Literally yesterday, when my boss commented on my coding, my program, there was some basic mistakes that I made, and he pointed out, and I can see that even though I have been working this job for over a year, but there are some basic level mistakes that I haven't paid attention to. So my mistake is to focus too much on the advanced, on the superior level of my programming, but forgot the fundamental ground, things like that.
And how
That's
did
another
you
lesson.
feel at first when you received the feedback?
My pride is quite high, to be honest. So it's not always easy for me to accept rejection or accept negative comments from the other. To be honest, I was not really happy about it. But after rethought about what I have done and what my bot said is completely true to my performance, then I would reflect myself and try to find out what I should improve next.
I used to have that things also, and right now currently when running my own business, I still open for the feedback from other people, because feedback, especially constructive feedback, are important. They're necessary in the process of learning and growing, right? You gotta be able to take feedback, receive, and consider all of them. If something you think is not suitable at that time, that's okay, right? To keep that for later. But if something that are true, you gotta take them into your consideration for changing, right? So I think you're doing great. You're doing great in your job also. So let's just talk about the equation of happiness. This is something that people see as important as happiness, which is gratitude. Do you think there is a connection between gratitude and happiness?
Yeah, I think there is a very strong connection between these subjects. There's one quote that I really like. It is, sometimes you need those bad days to help you appreciate the good ones. So I think it can show how important gratitudes are. I mean, we have to experience the bad emotion, the bad experience, and we have to understand the importance of our achievement or other people's treatment for us. Then we would appreciate and we would not take our happiness for granted.
And do you practice gratitude every day, Sonny?
To be honest, I don't have any specific routine for this. But do you have? Can you share with me some tips on this?
Pretty simple. I mean, gratitude is a part of my daily life. At the end of the month, usually the thing I do is that I go and check with other team members about the birthday next month. So I spend around half an hour sending the messages to thank people and to wish people happy birthday. Also, at the end of the day, I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. It could be from the people, it could be from the experience. So your name is going to be on my gratitude journal tonight, right? Having the opportunity, talking, sharing, exchanging the information with you, right? That's also the sort of my happiness to, stay happy and positive every single day. I think you should give it a try.
Yeah, thank you for sharing it. I think I can learn from your routine and practice it. Maybe
Yeah.
next year.
Okay, it's January already, not next year.
Okay, maybe in Lunar New Year.
Yeah, yeah, Lunar New Year. Yep. Okay.
That's
So
right.
let's talk about another equation of happiness, which is money. What do you think about money? Do you think money can bring happiness?
Of course, I think money is very important because, as a matter of fact, that's what we are doing for, right? For now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think money can buy happiness directly, but without it, happiness can be impossible, or I can say out of reach sometimes. I usually consider money as a powerful a powerful tool to help me create right conditions for happiness. For example, like I said, if I want to have a good sleep, then I would need to buy quality bed and comfortable mattress, right? And of course, they cost a considerable amount of money, especially the good ones. But if you keep staying awake until 2 a.m. just to scroll your phone or watching social media, then all of those things would be useless, right? Or when I want to buy my parents some gift for the birthday, I would need to make sure that I know what my parents like and what they are in need of. Otherwise, my present would be considered as a waste of money. What I mean by saying this is that I think money itself is not the main source of happiness, but it does play a crucial role in supporting the things that make our life more comfortable and more fulfilling. It's not always about having too much money. It's not about being wealthy, being rich, but I think it's about having enough money to live well and to enjoy the little things that bring you happiness.
Yeah, I do agree. We cannot deny the importance of money, right, in the contribution of happiness. You need money to provide you with shelter, healthcare. So money is important, but you gotta be mindful in making money. Just like we need to be more present in making money, because people, they spend too much time on making money. They think if I have a lot of money, I would be happy, but it's actually not the source of happiness. That's just a tool to support
That's
your happiness.
right.
And it is important to balance between making money and spending time with your
Yeah, I
loved
agree.
ones, right?
Yeah.
To take care of yourself. It is important to slow down, to enjoy life while making money. Are you enjoying your job right now, doing the job, two jobs at the same time? And do you have any special technique to like help people, some of the messages, in order to balance between making money and taking care of yourself and being more present?
Okay. I have to admit that having two jobs at the same time sometimes can make me feel overwhelmed and under pressure. But I do have some ways of my own to relieve my stress and relieve the tension between the two jobs. For me, it would be sleeping. I think that sleeping is a very good remedy when it comes to handling stress and pressure. It clears my mind, and it helps me approach my problems, my stress, with a new perspective. And that's what sleeping helped me out. And the second things I usually do whenever I'm in blue or whenever I am stressed is eating something good, something delicious, especially my mom's signature dishes. Have you ever tried the dish called thịt heo dạ cày?
I have.
You
Right?
have?
I love that part, but then I couldn't really do that because like I couldn't cook myself that complicated dish, and then also my parents are
right.
vegetarian also. But whenever I try that one, I just like buy from the vendors outside. But then your mom
That's
is a
right.
good cook, especially that part, that dish.
Yeah, it's her signature dish.
All right.
As you said, it's a very complicated dish. That means that it really is tasty and also very complicated to cook. So I can feel my mom devotion, and also I would take that, as you said, for gratitude, and that would bring me happiness.
Right. You have mentioned about the importance of sleep, right? Of
Yeah.
taking a break. Like I can see people are working, they going back home, they hanging out with friends. They think that that's also the source of happiness, relief. But for me, taking time for myself, and then for you, taking time to rest is important. Yep. So you are doing two jobs at the same time, and then you have gone through some of the depression and stress from work, also from life. Also, the first, I would love to learn about the last time that you felt stressed out, and how did you deal with the situation?
It would be around the end of December last year. It was when I was in charge of a quite important project in a factory, and with no support from the senior or the leaders, I need to handle the job by myself. It was very stressful and very a nerve-wracking time for me. But with the support from my colleagues, and it was very fortunate that I didn't have too much classes in that period of time, so I was able to manage the job with the support of my colleagues, mostly freshers. But together we made it work, and we delivered it quite fluently. Yeah.
Okay. So in general, what are some of the special techniques to deal with stress?
Besides the two remedies that I have mentioned, which are sleeping and eating, I think that people should not believe in a certain ways. That's what we have to embrace, right? That's what we have to accept. So my advice is that you need to learn how to strike a balance between all kinds of emotions, and with all of those existence of emotions, I think that stress would be irreplaceable flavor in your life. You would appreciate it more, like I said.
We should face with it instead. Yeah, we gotta go from the bottom of something in order to feel the happiness of being on the top of
That's
something, right? Wow, I love this one. Irreplaceable flavor. That's the part of stress. Yep, exactly. Right. So you gotta go through just like the example that you have just shared. So I think that is the end. Let's talk about some of the messages that you would share for people in order to stay happy and positive every single day.
Yeah, just like I think no special message besides the thing that I mentioned in the previous question. You need to embrace the full,
accept everything.
accept every spectrum of emotions. Three things you need to remember if you want to pursue happiness: try hard, work hard, and play hard. And I believe that by following this slogan, this motto, happiness will naturally come to you.
Wow. Okay. So try hard, work hard, and play hard. Right. So thank you for the message. I think that is the end of the interview. Appreciate your time. I love all of your sharings. Anything else that you would love to share?
Probably not. I just want to wish everybody the upcoming year a happy year and full of happiness, like what we are mentioned, and can achieve your goals and pursue it with the most attentive and the most devoted spirit.
Love that. And remember the motto of Sonny: work hard, play hard, and try hard.
Right.
Yep, that is the end of the interview. Don't forget that this Tet holiday, we gotta meet each other. We gotta play badminton and coffee.
Sounds great. Very interesting for me.
Thank you. Right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tommy.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.